MPI family, let's talk about family and money. Do you talk about money with your family? Why is it so taboo to discuss financial things with family? It really gets to me because guess what? If I were to ask you, is there anyone in your family now that is looking for a job? Many of you would say, yeah, I know a few people that are unemployed that are looking for work. If I were to ask you, is there anybody in your family that has their own business that could use support? Many of you would also say, yeah, I know a few folks that have their own business that could use some support. If I were to ask you, do you have any children, 5 years or 10 years old, that are saving money for school and the family's a little bit concerned about making sure they have enough money for the college fund and could definitely use a pool of resources to send them to college and some support? You could say, yeah, I know a few nieces and nephews and cousins and maybe your own children that could use some support. What if we could start to look towards family as an actual economic resource where we don't just get together for Christmas and Thanksgiving or for weddings or for funerals and other times of happiness or sometimes sadness, and we could actually deliberately come together as a family and talk about financial ways in which we can support each other, pool our resources. Wouldn't that be more effective and efficient? Well, a lot of times individuals might say, Ryan, that sounds good, but I don't know about it with my family. Well, guess what? On this video, we're going to give you some steps to do a family financial empowerment program. So check it out. Follow these steps, and I urge you, please, if you have any questions about how to implement them, text or email. Let's get to it. Step 1 is the family call out. At least 6 months in advance, you're going to do a call out to your family to say, hey, at least 6 months from now, we're going to come together to talk about money. So clear your calendar, clear your dates. The beautiful thing about it now is that a lot of individuals, especially because of COVID, are more used to doing virtual. So you can have this as a virtual meeting. It's even easier than it was before because people are now accustomed to doing Zoom meetings and the like. So call out your friends, your family, those close friends that seem like family, whether it be immediate, extended family, anyone that you feel that you could effectively work with, that you consider family, to be on this call out to talk about money. Step 2, select a date and be deliberate. Not everybody's going to be able to come. There's going to be a lot of individuals, you know it. We've tried to organize family reunions before, and some people can and some people can't. You can't accommodate everyone's schedule, but try to accommodate as many people's schedule as possible. You might want to make it in person. I actually think that the in-person meeting is a lot more effective because it makes it more intentional. But again, because of schedules and traveling and the cost of those and the like, you might want to make sure that there's at least a virtual component attached to the meeting. So get to work and deliberately set up a date. Step 3, select a moderator. Now, this is important because the moderator should not be from inside the family. The moderator could be a financial advisor that you trust that's not trying to solicit business from you, or somebody that you feel knows enough about finances to moderate a healthy, ongoing discussion. The reason it should be outside the family is that you want to make sure this moderator does not have any potential biases towards any particular person inside the family. They don't say, hey, your cousin June or you're such and such, you're on their side. No, this moderator needs to be perceived to be totally objective, totally unbiased, and their entire purpose is to moderate a healthy conversation. Step number 4, give the meeting professional structure. You want to have an agenda. There's going to be somebody on hand to take notes and take minutes of all the things. You want to send the agenda out before the meeting starts, well in advance, so people know exactly what the agenda is. And that means on the agenda, you want to ask all the individuals who need jobs that they're going to have an opportunity to speak. They'll be on the agenda. All the individuals who have a business that they want to promote, they're going to be added to the agenda. Anyone who has a financial need or concern, there's going to be someone who calls them in advance to insert them into the agenda so they can make a presentation of exactly what their need and concern is so everybody can hear. And again, the moderator's job is to help facilitate the flow of the conversation. So during that meeting, no one is speaking unless, and everybody agrees to this, unless the moderator calls on that individual, no one is speaking. Because again, we don't want to have someone, your father or your mother or someone who's, usually prone to be the one to take over conversations. That can't happen here. Everyone has to have an equal say and an equal contribution to have an equal opportunity to be heard, so you know exactly what their financial concern is, and then you open up the floor to how you can address those financial concerns. Very important part of it. Make it professional. Step number 5, make sure you ask the right questions. Now, the questions should be solicited from family members before. So, do you need a job? Do you have a business? Do you have children who need college support or support to go to school? Is there any illness that you're concerned about that you're raising money for, and you're figuring out that you might not have the financial support in order to get through this particular illness? Any type of financial concern should be sent out to all family members and submitted to be put on the agenda before the meeting starts. But we all know how family is. There might be some family members who haven't submitted their answers before the meeting starts. So you want to give the moderator a chance to, again, ask those questions again for any individual who's not on the agenda that wants a chance to participate. Step number 6. I like this part. It's one of my favorite parts because it helps the family do things together for the benefit of others. It's very benevolent and it pushes them to be altruistic. So step number 6 is select a nonprofit to adopt. So again, before the meeting starts, you're going to send out emails, text messages to say, hey, we want you to start to think about what sort of causes as a family should we collectively support. It's a beautiful thing to be able to either, one, pull your funds together and contribute to a particular organization that you all agree to, or pull your volunteer time where collectively you could all come together and maybe raid a soup kitchen and help feed the homeless. Or maybe raid a youth aging out of foster care home and mentor some youth aging out of foster care. Or maybe raid a veterans facility, a homeless shelter, to work with veterans to educate them and give them opportunity to give additional resources to be successful and get back on their feet again. Whatever cause you as a family choose, do it together. Use the benefit of the collective resources of the family to create change and empowerment for the community. As a family, you'll become a stronger unit whenever you use your resources collectively for the greater good. And then lastly, step number 7, make sure you follow up. This meeting should be held at least once a year. You get to decide when the meeting's being held. Maybe you already get together at Christmas, so you'll say, let's add on a day to the Christmas celebration to talk about business. Or maybe you say, we're going to set aside a time totally separate from any other activity to do just this, to talk about business. You set up, whatever day you set it up, you make that a regular occurrence. We can get together for weddings and funerals. We should be able to get together to talk about money. It should not be as taboo. Listen, folks, I've been doing this for a long time. I've helped to moderate many discussions for many families that we worked with over the years. I've seen homes saved that were going into foreclosure. I've seen businesses flourish that individuals needed support. I've seen scholarship funds created literally from the family. I've seen so many things of positive things in individuals who've gotten jobs and connected resources to find employment. This is the type of thing we should start using our families for. It should not be taboo, but we have to be deliberate about it. We here at Main Street are here to offer ourselves to moderate any discussion that you need to have. So if you need a moderator and just need to have someone who's not trying to hit you up for money, to be an objective and a unbiased resource to help moderate that flow in your conversation, please text, email. Let's get that conversation started. All right? We wish you the best. Let's start using our family as an empowerment mechanism. Hope to hear from you soon. Peace.